Hello dear students, let's revise the exercise question answer of chapter 4, that is analytical chemistry. Now come on the question number 1. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. A number, color of ferrous iron is, so the color of ferrous iron is light green. So first you memorize the some colors of the ions. Here the cupric ion Cu2 plus has blue color, manganese ion Mn2 plus has the pink color, chromium ion Cr3 plus has green color, nickel ion Ni2 plus has the green color, ferric ion has yellow color, ferrous ion light green color, cobalt ion CO2 plus pink color, chromate ion CrO4 2 minus yellow color, dichromate ion Cr2O7 2 minus orange color, permanganate ion MnO4 minus has the pink color. So in the given questions, color of ferrous iron is, the color of ferrous iron here, color of the ferrous iron is light green color, light green. So student, you should memorize the given list of the color of different ions. Now the next question, question number B. Which one is a colorless anion? So as you know that the representative elements or normal element group in the periodic tables do not have any color, but the transition metal element element group have the characteristic colors. So all the elements which belongs from the transition metal elements, and also the lanthanide and the actinides group element, lanthanide group element, actinides group element, transition metal group elements, these all elements have the characteristic colors. So here in the given options, chromium that belongs from the transition metal element group, chromium here also, manganese here also belongs from the transition metal element group. So the magnesium, chromium, these all have the some colors, but hydrogen, carbons and oxygens, no anyone belongs from the transition metal element group. Hydrogen, carbon and oxygen, these all belongs from the representative elements group or normal element group. So the carbon, so HCO3 do not have the any colors. These anions do not have those. So the right option is A number. Here the some list of the elements that colorless anions that do not have the color. These anions do not have the colors. So colorless anions: chloride ions, bromide ions, carbonate ions, bicarbonate ions, sulfate ions, bisulfate ions, oxide ions, sulfide ions, phosphate ions. These all ions do not have the any colors. So these are the colorless anions. And you also observe that these all elements belong from the representative element group or normal element groups, so they do not have any colors. These are the colorless. Now the next question, sodium zincate Na2ZnO2 is, sodium zincate is A number pale blue precipitate, reddish brown precipitates, colorless dirty green precipitates. So sodium zincate Na2ZnO2 do not have any colors, so it is a colorless. So option number 3 is the right option. Next question, D number, metal plus alkali gives salt plus dash. So generally metals reacts with the alkali, they gives the salt plus hydrogens. So as for example, when the zinc add in the dilute solution of NaOH is a alkali and zinc is a metals, then they gives the salt Na2ZnO2 sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas release. So they release the hydrogen gas. So option number 2 is the correct option. Now here is the explanation. When zinc reacts with the alkali NaOH, hot and conc alkali, then it gives a salt sodium zincate Na2ZnO2 sodium zincate and also release the hydrogen gas. So here hydrogen gas is the right options. Now the next question, which salt solution is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide? Which salt solution is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide? So iron second salt, iron third salt, lead salt, copper second salt. Among these, the copper's second salt, which is soluble in the excess of ammonium hydroxide. How? Let's see. Now the copper 2 plus salt, when react with the ammonium hydroxide NH4OH, then in the first step they gives the cupric hydroxide, which has the pale blue precipitate, and ammonium sulfate. Now pale blue precipitate which appear at the first time, but when excess amount of the ammonium hydroxide is provided to the solutions, a copper 2 plus salt, then the precipitate of copper cupric hydroxide dissolves and they form the tetraamine copper sulfate. Now here is the reactions. Copper hydroxide when react with the excess amount of the ammonium hydroxide, then it gives the tetraamine copper sulfate, which has the deep blue solutions, and they dissolve in the solutions. This tetraamine copper 2 sulfate dissolve in the solution. So in the given options, copper 2 salts which dissolve in excess of the ammonium hydroxide. So the right answer is the 4th number. Now the next question, fill in the blanks. Salt of dash, normal or transition elements are generally colored. From the ions K plus, Cr3 plus, Fe2 plus, calcium 2 plus, SO3 2 minus, MnO4 minus, NO3 minus. The ions generally colored are. So first here, the salt of dash elements are generally colored. So as you know that the salt of transition elements are generally colored. So here the answer is transition. From the ions dash dash dash, the ions generally colored. So the transition metal ions are generally colored. Representative or normal element groups ion are not colored or colorless. So the chromium, iron, Fe3, Fe2 plus, MnO4 minus, manganese, iron and chromium, these all three elements belong from the transition metal group. So chromium, iron and manganese have the characteristic colors, but the potassium, calcium, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, nitrate, this all belongs from the representative or normal element group. So these do not have the colors. So the ions of this normal element are colorless, but the chromium 3 plus, Fe2 plus and manganese MnO4 minus, permanganate MnO4 minus, permanganate, these three ions have the color. So the answer here is salt of transition elements are generally colored. From the ions dash dash dash, the ions generally colored are chromium 3 plus, ferrous ion and permanganate ions are colored ion. Next question. The hydroxide which is soluble in excess of NaOH is. The hydroxide which is soluble in excess of NaOH is, here given options: zinc hydroxide, ferric hydroxide and ferrous hydroxide. So ferric hydroxide and ferrous hydroxide do not soluble in excess of NaOH. They always form the precipitate, but they do not soluble in the excess of sodium hydroxide. Only the zinc hydroxide which is soluble in the excess of NaOH. So the answer here is zinc hydroxide. Now here the explanation. Zinc hydroxide, when dissolved in the excess of NaOH, then they form a soluble colorless salt, sodium zincate. But the ferric and ferrous hydroxides do not soluble in the excess of NaOH. Only zinc hydroxide is soluble in the excess of NaOH. So zinc hydroxide is the right answer. Now next question. The salt which will not react with ammonium hydroxide solution. Now here the salt which is not react with the ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, zinc chloride, salt, cupric chloride, ammonium chloride and ferrous chloride. These all salts. Among these salts, only the ammonium chloride salt which do not react with the ammonium hydroxides. Otherwise, the zinc chloride, copper, cupric chloride and ferrous chlorides, these all chlorides are dissolved in the ammonium hydroxides, reacts with the ammonium hydroxides. Only the ammonium chlorides which do not react with the ammonium hydroxide. So the answer, ammonium chloride which do not react with the ammonium hydroxide. The explanation. Now The zinc chloride react with the ammonium hydroxide to forms the zinc hydroxide and ammonium chloride. With excess of the ammonium hydroxide, the precipitate of zinc hydroxide dissolves. So the excess of ammonium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide dissolves and to form a soluble salt, tetraamine second chloride. It is a colorless solution and that dissolve in the solutions. So zinc chloride, which reacts with the ammonium hydroxide. Now the next, copper chloride also react with ammonium hydroxide to form the copper hydroxide pale blue precipitate. With excess of the ammonium hydroxide, the precipitate of copper hydroxide dissolves and they form a salt. That salt is called the tetraamine copper sulfate. So copper chloride also dissolve in the ammonium hydroxide with excess of ammonium hydroxide and they form a dissolved salt. Now next, ferric chlorides also react with the excess of ammonium hydroxide and they form a dirty green precipitate, that is ferrous hydroxide. That ferrous hydroxide is a dirty green precipitate. So ferric chloride reacts with the ammonium hydroxide. Cupric chloride also react with the ammonium hydroxide. Zinc chloride ZnCl2 also react with the ammonium hydroxide. But ammonium chloride NH4Cl do not react with the ammonium hydroxide. Now the substance, next question, the substances which react with hot conc NaOH solution and undergoes a neutralization reaction. So the substances which react with hot and conc NaOH solutions and undergoes a neutralization reaction. So NaOH is a base. NaOH is a alkali or soluble base. So NaOH reacts with the aluminum oxide and aluminum hydroxide, not with the aluminiums, because the aluminum oxide and aluminum hydroxides, it behave as a amphoteric oxides, and in the case of NaOH, the aluminum oxides and aluminum hydroxides behave as acids. So when acid and conc NaOH react, they forms the salt and they undergoes the neutralization reaction. So the answer here is aluminum oxides and aluminum hydroxides. These are the amphoteric oxide and hydroxides which react with the alkali NaOH and form the salt, and the reaction is called the neutralization reaction. Now here the explanation. So aluminum oxide, it is a white solid, reacts with the NaOH to form a salt, sodium aluminate. So here NaOH act as a base, and Al2O3 acting as a acid, because Al2O3 has the amphoteric natures. So here they acting as a acid, they react with the NaOH base and form a salt and neutralize the base. Now here also aluminum hydroxide react with NaOH and they form a salt. So here NaOH also behave as a base and aluminum hydroxide acting as a acid, and they neutralize each other to form the salt, sodium aluminate. So next question, to distinguish soluble salt of zinc and lead, dash NaOH, NH4OH can be used. So for the distinguishing of the soluble salt of zinc and lead, we can use the ammonium hydroxide, not with the sodium hydroxide, because zinc and lead equally react with the sodium hydroxide and they form the insoluble precipitate. So we can't be distinguished if we can use the sodium hydroxide, because the same type of the product are obtained, that is precipitate of sodium zincate and sodium plumbate. So we can use the ammonium hydroxide for the distinguishing of zinc soluble salt and lead soluble salt to each other. So the right answer is the ammonium hydroxide. Now here are the explanations. Let's say when ammonium hydroxide react with the zinc chloride, it is a colorless solution, then it form a white gelatinous precipitate of zinc hydroxide. Now with excess of the ammonium hydroxide, that precipitate of zinc hydroxide dissolves. Yeah? Zinc hydroxide react with the excess of ammonium hydroxide, that dissolves and form another salt, another soluble salt and colorless salt, tetraamine zinc 2 chloride. But in the case of lead, lead nitrate, lead salt, it is a colorless soluble salt, and react with the ammonium hydroxide, it forms the lead hydroxide, a white precipitate, and that white precipitate do not dissolve in excess of the ammonium hydroxide, so that precipitate remain present in the solutions with excess of the ammonium hydroxide. But in the case of zinc hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, in the case of the zinc salt, ammonium hydroxide, excess of the ammonium hydroxide dissolve the precipitate of zinc hydroxide. But excess of ammonium hydroxide do not dissolve the lead hydroxide. So ammonium hydroxide distinguish the presence of zinc salt and soluble lead salt. But NaOH can't be distinguished. Here, when zinc react with NaOH, they form the sodium zincate. It is a soluble salt which dissolve in the solution. And also lead salt react with the sodium oxides. They also form a soluble precipitate of sodium plumbite. So NaOH do not distinguish the zinc and lead by their reactions, because both form a soluble salt in the solution. But ammonium hydroxide distinguish, and they gives the different product with zinc and different product with the lead. So for the distinguishing of zinc salt and lead soluble salt, we can use the ammonium hydroxide, not the sodium hydroxide. Now next question. Name a metallic hydroxide soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide. So which metallic hydroxide which is soluble in the excess of ammonium hydroxide? So you know that the zinc hydroxide which is soluble in the excess of the ammonium hydroxide. Here the answer is zinc hydroxide. Now the explanation. Zinc hydroxide reacts with the ammonium hydroxide, excess of the ammonium hydroxide, they form a soluble salt, sodium zincate. So the answer is zinc hydroxide. Now the next question, a metallic oxide soluble in excess of caustic soda solution. So generally caustic soda solution we have as a base, and sodium oxide is a metallic oxide which is soluble in the excess of caustic soda solution. So the answer is sodium oxide. Now the next question, a strong alkali. So as you know that a strong alkali is a type of soluble base which gives more amount of the hydroxide ion OH minus in the solution when dissolved in the water. So strong alkali are NaOH. NaOH is a strong alkali. KOH is also a strong alkali. So here the answer is NaOH. NaOH is a strong alkali. Now the next question, a weak alkali. So weak alkali is generally ammonium hydroxide is a weak alkali. So the answer is ammonium hydroxide. Next question, two colored metal ions. So as you know that the transition metal ions are generally the colored metal ions. So copper 2 plus, iron 2 plus, manganese 2 plus, these all are the transition metal ions. So these metal ions are the colored metal ions. So here the answer is copper 2 plus, manganese 2 plus are the colored metal ions. Now the next question, two bases which are not alkali but develop in a strong alkali. So generally zinc hydroxide and lead hydroxide are the bases which are not alkali, which do not dissolve in the water, but it dissolve in the strong alkali such as NaOH. So here the answer is zinc hydroxide and lead hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide and lead hydroxide, these are the bases, but they do not dissolve in the water, but it dissolve in the strong alkali such as NaOH. Now here is the explanation. Zinc hydroxide, it is a base but it is not alkali. When react with the NaOH, a strong alkali, NaOH is a strong alkali, they form a soluble salt, sodium zincate. Lead hydroxide, it is also a base but it do not dissolve in the water, so it is not a alkali, but it reacts with a strong alkali NaOH, they form a soluble salt, sodium plumbite. Because the zinc hydroxides and lead hydroxides both behaving as a amphoteric natures. So both zinc hydroxide and lead hydroxide are amphoteric in natures, so they react with the strong alkali, and here zinc hydroxide and lead hydroxides acting as acid and they react with the base NaOH, they form the salt, soluble salt. Now the next question, a colored metallic oxide. So a colored metallic oxide which dissolves in alkali to yield colorless solutions. So answer is the lead oxide. Lead oxide is a yellow oxide. Lead has the yellow color. It is a colored oxide, colored metallic oxide. When it dissolves in the alkali to yield a colorless solution. Here is the explanation. When lead oxide, it is a yellow color. It has a yellow color. Lead oxide, when dissolved in a alkali NaOH, they form a colorless solutions of the salt. colorless salt solutions, that is sodium plumbite, Na2PbO2. So the answer here is lead oxide. Lead oxide is a yellow color oxide which dissolve in the alkali and form a colorless solutions, sodium plumbite. Now the next question, a yellow monoxide that dissolve in hot and concentrated caustic alkali. So yellow monoxide is a lead oxide. PbO is a yellow monoxide and that dissolve in the concentrated caustic alkali. Caustic alkali, that is NaOH. NaOH is a caustic alkali, hot and conc NaOH. That dissolves in the concentrated caustic alkali, hot and concentrated. They form the sodium plumbite. So answer is lead oxide, and here is the explanation. So lead oxide, it is a yellow which dissolve in the caustic alkali. They forms a, they react with the caustic alkali, they form a colorless soluble salt, sodium plumbite. So the answer here is PbO, lead oxide. Now the next question, a white insoluble salt that dissolves when fused with caustic soda or potash. The answer is aluminum oxide. Explanation. Aluminum oxide, it is the amphoteric nature of the oxide, reacts with the caustic soda, that is NaOH. They forms a white insoluble, that is, it forms a soluble salt, that is sodium aluminate. It also reacts with the potassium hydroxide, that is caustic potash, KOH. Aluminum oxide reacts with caustic potash. They form the potassium aluminate, white solid of the potassium aluminate. So here the answer is aluminum oxide. Now the question here is, a compound containing zinc in the anions. So a compound which containing zinc in the anions. So sodium zincate is a compound which containing the zinc in the anions. Now the formula of sodium zincate is Na2ZnO2. This is the formula. In this, sodium is a cation. ZnO2 2 minus, ZnO2 2 minus is an anion. ZnO2 2 minus is an anion. ZnO2 2 minus is an anion. So in the anions, zinc containing, zinc present in this anions, and sodium has a cations Na plus. They react with the sodiums, they form the sodium zincate. Now the next questions, choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Question number A, the oxide which exhibit both acidic and basic character are said to be, as for example Al2O3. It is an oxide which behave as a, which exhibits the both acidic and basic character. That oxides which behaves the, which exhibit the acidic and basic character are said to be the amphoteric oxide. So Al2O3 is a amphoteric oxide. So here the right answer is amphoteric. Now the next question, B number, the ions of normal elements are dash, whereas the ions of transition elements are dash, and the option here is colored or colorless. So we know that the ions of normal elements are colorless, whereas the ions of transition elements are colored. So here the answer is colorless, and here the answer is colored. colored. So here the answer is colored, here colorless. So the answer is the ions of normal elements are colorless, here the colorless, whereas the ions of transition elements are colored. See number question. Sodium hydroxide is dash alkali while ammonium hydroxide is dash alkali, and the choice is weak or strong. So generally the sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide is a strong alkali, KOH also is a strong alkali, KOH is also a strong alkali, but the ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide is a weak alkali, So the answer here is sodium hydroxide is a strong alkali while ammonium hydroxide is weak alkali. Next question. Write equation for addition of NaOH to lead salt. So when the NaOH is added to the lead salt, they form the sodium plumbite. Now the B number questions. Reaction of tin with sodium hydroxide. So first the answer of the A is when the sodium hydroxide reacts with the lead salt PbNO3, hydroxide react with the lead salt PbNO3 twice, they form the lead hydroxide precipitate and also release the sodium nitrate. How? Now lead nitrate dissociate into their respective ion Pb2 plus and NO3 minus. NaOH breaks into their respective ion Na plus and OH minus. So Pb react with the OH minus, they form the lead hydroxide, and sodium react with the nitrate ion, they form the sodium nitrate. And further, lead hydroxides react with excess of the sodium hydroxide, they form the sodium plumbite, Na2PbO2, Na2PbO2, sodium plumbite. So this is the overall reaction of the addition of NaOH to lead salt. Now B number, reaction of tin with sodium hydroxide. So here the reaction of tin SN with sodium hydroxide, they form the Na2SNO2 and also release the hydrogen gas, sodium stannate. Now the next question. A metal whose Ly finds now question number 6. A metal whose Ly finds use in the construction of aircraft in the powdered form is added to sodium hydroxide solution. A colorless gas was evolved, and after reaction was over, the solution was colorless. So generally question here is that a metal X which Ly are used in the construction of the aircraft in the powdered forms, when this metals is added to the sodium hydroxide NaOH, they produce a colorless gas. So colorless gas may be hydrogen H2 gas or CO2. Both are the colorless gas. And after reaction was over, the solution was colorless. So find the name of powdered metal atom, metal added to sodium hydroxide solution. So generally NaOH when react with any other metals, they never produce the CO2. So they produce the hydrogen gas. So the CO2 gas never released, only hydrogen gas is released. So what about the metals? Generally the aluminum and magnesium metals, magnesium and aluminum metal Ly are used for the construction of the aircrafts. So the here X may be aluminum or the magnesium, Mg. So the explanation is, first observe these equations. Generally aluminum is a metal which is used, their Ly is used in the construction of the aircraft. When aluminum metal react with the NaOH, sodium hydroxide, they forms a colorless solution, sodium aluminate, and release the hydrogen gas. So here the A number questions. Name the powdered metal added to sodium hydroxide solution. So the powdered metal is the aluminum. B number, name the gas evolves. The gas evolved is the hydrogen gas, H2 gas. Name the salt present in the colorless solution. In the colorless solution, the salt present is the sodium aluminate, NaAlO2. So here the answer for one, A number is aluminum, B number hydrogen gas evolves, C number sodium aluminate, NaAlO2. Now the next question, 7 number, write the color of the following salt. Write the color of the following salts. So you memorize the question number 1 and the list given in the question number 1. The ions, the color of the ions, transition metal ions generally. So write the color of the following salts. The cuprous salt is generally the colorless. Cuprous salt do not have any color, colorless. Cupric salt has the blue color, but cuprous salt is colorless. So the answer here is cuprous salt is colorless. Cupric salt has the blue color, so the answer is blue. Cupric salt has blue color. Aluminum salt is also a colorless salt, so the answer is colorless. Next question, ferrous salt has the light green color, so the answer is ferrous salt has light green color. Ferric salt has the yellow color. Calcium salt do not have the any color, so it is also a colorless. Next question. Okay, this is all about the question answer of the chapter number 4, that is analytical chemistry. This chapter is a very interesting chapter. If you apply your minds, then it is a very easy chapter. So this is all about the question answer of chapter 4. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.